Welcome everybody. We're just about to get started here. Strap yourselves in for what will be the finale of Season 1 of the RSR World Series here at Daytona. Welcome everybody to the Racing Sim Rigs World Series here at Daytona International Speedway. It is round 10, the final round of the series, and it will be 90 minutes of Daytona International Speedway here at the road course. Not the NASCAR road course. That is cursed. We don't talk about that. And joining me to forget about the cursed layout of the NASCAR road is Craig. Craig, how are we?
You want to say that again? I don't think it's cursed. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That is a discussion we can have for another time, because it's time to be a little bit emotional. After 9 weeks, week 10, the final week, 90 minutes of Daytona, and it is all to play for. And when I say all to play for, woo, it is all to play for. Let me just give you a rundown at the moment of the amateurs, because the amateurs are really close. Bear in mind that we still got the drop points, the drop scores to go. Neil Butler has a 34-point lead over Ben Smith, a 42-point lead over Harry Wills, a 44-point lead over Andrew Miller, a 77-point lead over Christian Furz, a 78-point lead over Joshua Meyer, an 83-point lead over Martin Pearson. And it's the final round, it's double points. So anything can happen, and that's just the amateurs. We haven't even talked about the pros. 21 points between Tim Matskey and Linus Tech now. 34 points between Matskey and Liam McNinch. Those are the top three, which I believe are the only ones that can win first, second, and third in the pros. So we'll be keeping an eye on those. But that whole battle for the amateurs, oh boy, it's going to be fun to try and keep up.
I just saw the Ferris wheel and the spinny thing. Whatever the spinny thing is, I will remember in like about a split second. But the spinny thing, it's the gravity shot thing. That, you know, that you strap yourself in and you go up and down.
Oh, it's one of those, is it?
Yeah, it is one of those. I was gonna say the winner of tonight's race in the amateurs that's fighting for the lead overall in the series. I say he'll be bouncing up and down with joy, because the sim rigs, they're quite spicy.
Right, well, I've had a very interesting moment that I've lost the connection to the race. Interesting.
I'll give you the abridged version. People going around in qualifying. It is Simon Dodd, Taylor Lane, Isaac Barkley, Jack Hills, Adam Miles, Christian Furz, Chris Miles, Matt Heatrick, Ben Smith, and Josh Seymour that are currently qualifying.
Wow, you got it right. The first time you've not needed me for that. I couldn't resist.
Oh, wow, okay. Look, I can do one thing right, okay? I can do one thing right, and that is when it comes to it, I can do things right.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside?
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
Hey, whoa, let's not sing anymore. We don't want to be demonetized.
You know. Why would they copyright Hulk Hogan? I mean, he's just gonna burst through the walls and be like, "I'm gonna prove, brother, that all my Hulkamaniacs around the world gonna be watching."
Let me tell you something, Michin. I was up there at Mount Sinai, watching down from Japan, and thinking to myself, brother, I have to get to Daytona. I have to get to Daytona, brother. I have to see the millions of Hulkamaniacs at Daytona, brother, watching the Hulkamaniac GT3 going around Daytona, brother. I had to say my vitamins. I had to say my prayers. And what you gonna do when the Ford GT3 runs what? No, wait, that's not it.
No, wait, that's not it. No. We can't. No, that's not what he said.
Hang on, no. If Hulk Hogan was a racing driver, he'd drive a Ford.
No, if Hulk Hogan was a racing driver, he wouldn't even be in a Ford. He'd be in a Ford Mustang NASCAR car.
A NASCAR car.
Or a NASCAR car, yeah. I'll stick by my words. I said what I said.
Oh, I'm just glad we don't do any oval racing broadcasts.
If we did oval racing broadcasts, do you know how little intelligence I would have of like how things are? I'd be the equivalent of bottom split going, oh, they're wrecking, oh.
that with no offense to Jordan Worth, that is perhaps the best.
Oh, it's tight. Oh, it's tight. Well,
Yeah,
I think we can safely say Vice is tight, as Josh Seymour takes the first timed lap anyway of a 2:04.940. He'll be looking to I don't think he's actually in the points. I think he's in the contention for the big boy prize, so I think he's not. I think he's taking this one out. In terms of,
we're currently sitting the rest of the field after the top 10 were not updated for the amateurs from last week. So we have an idea. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we have an idea of who's leading. We can't officially say because there will be a check tomorrow. So we'll give you a good idea of who's leading, but we're not going to go. And this is the champion because we did have Watkins Glen at the start of the season where Linus Tech now wins the race, and then
we got it wrong.
Day, there was a time penalty. Yeah,
there was a
time penalty for Linus.
We should say
Chris Miles has gone off, by the way. Oh, sorry, Chris Miles gone off at the first horseshoe. Sorry, and as he goes to hit the power, just hits the wall. Matt Heatrick had spun as well coming into turn 1, so he will take his one lap of 1:45.485, and he will take that for the original pole.
He did. Oh, he actually turned into the wall. I was wondering what was going on there. He was just kind of sliding sadly into the wall, and then decided, yeah, I'll just put it in. I don't care. So
I just want to give you an idea. Excuse me. Just want to give everybody an idea because they have been doing practice times, and remember, it's done. The order if you go to qualify is the order you practice. So a lot of these guys were doing 1:44s. About a dozen of them would do about 10, 12 of them were doing 1:44s. These guys do it at the moment. We're doing 1:45. The big three, two of the big three and a Ford did 1:43s. With Joshua Mayer with that insane Ford coming up second by 5 thousandths of a second.
Liam with the draft practice lap. Monka. I don't think he'll have draft this time around. I think he just wants to get it done and dusted. Is the Ford, seeing as LP's in the chat, is the Ford making it on a raft this time? Or is the Ford on home turfs and so it doesn't need a raft? It just needs to have bits of the car sold.
I told you, Hulk Hogan came down with it.
He carried it on his back. Hulk Hogan just carried the entirety of the car. Just went, yeah, let's just do this.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it obvious? If that's the truth, I would love it.
I am a real American, carrying an LMP on my back. We were able to afford shipping thanks to our mechanic. Oh, selling their kidneys. So they finally gone and done it. They finally gone and done it. Kidneys have been sold. This is a breaking news story. Yo LP's team sold their kidneys. Warnings.
500 small DHL packages. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
I
more
got one issue
expensive?
with that.
That's more
Did you get
expensive.
500 signatures? Did you get 500 signatures? Because, you know, you have to sign for a package from DHL.
Yeah, and as well as which, it's 500 small packages. Wouldn't that be more expensive than just shipping the entire car? At least then you can actually put the thing back together.
Also, 500 small packages. So, does that mean you actually had to tear down the engine, but you didn't tear it down enough?
They just did it step by step, like IKEA style. And we have
So we have Taylor Lane, Jack Hills, Louis Eggleston, Marius Yankee, Tom Johnson, Mal Stump, Jonas Dreyer, Milan Tiken, Stefan Kurtzman, and Harry Wills are all out on this. And the bottom half of those were doing 145s in practice. The top half was doing mid 144s. So that'll give you an idea. Current pole 145.479 by Adam Miles. So I expect that to be beaten this time. Track temperature 22 Celsius as well.
we didn't start the fire. The world's been burning since the world was turning. So we are gonna get for every song that we sang. I think we are gonna get like a DMCA, just like YouTube just coming in going, I smell a copyright strike.
So while we wait for these guys to start there on their outlaps, let's go over the big iRacing news of the week, because everybody thought, the LMP2, that's coming out, you know. No, out of nowhere today, surprise, a Corvette GTE.
Yeah,
that is just incredible.
The CAR just out of nowhere. It's like an RKO out of nowhere. You never expect it, but it just happens, you know. It just springs up on you. So we've got not one but two top-level road course cars coming to the service on September. However, there's now an air of controversy surrounding that, because everybody was just thinking, the HPD, it served its time, it's due retirement, bye-bye. There was also an announcement going around that there will be a split down the line retirement of the M8 in LMP in the ILMS series, and a retirement of the 4GT in the IMSA series.
Which is weird, because the M8 literally came out a year ago. Just over a year ago, the M8 came out. So, to me, that seems really weird, but I think they're trying to keep it somewhat in line with the timelines. When you look at the ILMS, that's about the WEC era of 2015 with the Audi and the Porsche. So I guess BMW was around, but it was more of a Ford. There was a Chev, there was a Corvette, so kind of makes sense. I understand the reasoning. Everybody buy really, really powerful computers is the reason. No, not like that. It's to cater for everybody who still has low spec computers, which is fair enough. But it has caused controversy. But what it will mean is we are here Friday night with ILMS for the last broadcast of ILMS this season. We will have a tribute package for the HPD. We don't have a tribute package for the M8. But
yeah, I'm already called. Well, I mean, it's not retiring. It's just not. It's not going to be in the ILMS series. That there's a difference, you know. It's not completely dead. Well, completely anyway. It's crying in the corner and wishing it had stayed on, but I don't think iRacing has that in mind for it. This is Jack Hills goes with a 145.314, taking pole position away from Adam Miles. We just see the times dotting in now. That is Louis Eggertson doing a 145.823. Stefan Kurzman is about to cross the line as he just comes out of the NASCAR 3 and 4, just crossing the pit lane. And that's Maut Stumpf with a 144.794 and Jonas Dreyer with a 144.819. So the 144s are starting to come in. Stefan Kurzman sliding in 8th position with a 145.604.
And it's Milan Tikins, a 145.226, and Tom Johnson, a 145.2 2.74. So they are the early go-getters of the middle section of qualifying.
Is it get-goers or go-getters? That is the question.
Well, wake me up before you go.
Why is that song stuck in my head?
You're welcome. It's a really good song. It's some good motivation. We're gonna be. I'll tell you one thing I cannot wait to see. Every time I come to Daytona Road, there is something I saw during the 24-hour race. You come out of NASCAR 1 and 2. You're down the back straight. You're coming to the bus stop, but as you're going to the bus stop, up ahead of you, you see a sea of red lights. And if you're at the back or you're lapping cars, you just see a sea of red lights. At night time, that is beautiful. Until you realise, I have to get by all of them. But it'll be a great sight for the cameras, provided by trackcams22.com, by the way. As we see Jack Hills crossing the line, he'll be the first one to set a lap.
He said he's going to set his second lap. The others are...
second lap, sorry, yeah. That's what
I was just like...
improve.
I was just thinking to myself, hang on a minute, he's already set a lap, he's just improving his lap.
Jonas Dreyer does not go fast, he had an invalid lap. Was that Louis Eggleston on the hit? Louis?
What happened to Louis?
Louis, you've got to stop Louis, you've got to stop doing this.
Did he silly up his lap?
No. Just watch afterwards. Louis, you've got to stop doing this.
Oh dear. Yeah. That'll do it for you. Yeah. Just casually rolling across the line. I want to replay that again. Just want to give you an idea of just what we're dealing with here.
Then Tom Johnson just decides to nosedive it into the pit wall. So, just to give you an idea of what we saw before we're doing the final launch off here of cars. Mark Stump, provisional pole, 144.370. Jonas Dreyer, 144.819. Milan Tikins, a 145.226. And then Tom Johnson, a 145.274. And then in 5th place, it's Jack Hills with a 145.299. They are the provisional, as the final 10 will be starting. Now it's staggered start, so once Adam Christo, who's the first one out, gets to, I want to say, around the second horseshoe, we'll see the next car, which will be Harry Wills. Or
Craig,
Harry Wills went out.
It wouldn't be an Raidillon TV stream unless we had actually broken something. I've broken the timing tower. I've broken it.
How?
Don't worry about it.
Wow.
Oh, it might be fixed now. Oh, yeah, it's fixed. I fixed it. I fixed it.
All I'm going to say is, if you have issues, you just turn it off and on again.
I mean, I could do that, but that's effort. Why do effort when you have buttons and you can press them?
So Adam Christo is the first car in the pack, in the staggered starts of the final shootout to set a lap. Let's have a quick talk about Adam Christo, because in case you weren't watching last week, Adam Christo was off to Germany for VLN, the real life VLN, over the weekend. And in an effort to try and really get to the race, he stripped down his rig, took it to him in Germany, and the idea was to get it all set up on the Wednesday when he landed in Germany and race. It didn't happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he got there and realized this is a faff.
I think he also realized it's Bathurst.
Yeah, and that. Well, I mean, we saw plenty of examples of why LMP1s or bigger don't go around Bathurst. Or,
I think
the big
GTE
cars.
is the limit.
Yeah,
GTE has to be the limit. So he is setting his first lap.
Oh,
Sebastian Rain comes out.
Sebastian Rain retreating to the grass. Oh no! Hold it! Oh, he held it. He held it. No bother at all. Just poor Sebastian Rain having to navigate the I think we can safely say this, the loser lane. You know, when you're on a motorway and there's like the outermost lane where the fast cars go by, and then on the inner lane where it's like, the inner lane for your side of where you're closest to the edge of the motorway. and you're in the loser lane. You're sitting behind the trucks, and you're sitting behind all like the weird stuff that somehow made it onto the onto the motorway, and you just have to sit in there and just see all of the big boys just screaming by with their AMGs and their Frezzas, you know. It actually should be worth pointing out, by the way, that the Fezza GT3 challenge is coming back after a hiatus. Nobody thought it'd be possible, but damned it be, because it's coming back. It's coming back.
Love it. It is the series I started with when I got out of rookie. It is a series that I would, and me and others would go to. If you want to do road racing, do you want to do open wheel or do you want to do GT? If you want to do open wheel, you go to Skippy. If you want to do GT, get a GT3. It was a great car to start with, and it's great to see it back. Loving it back. I'll tell you one person who's not loving it at the moment is Adam Christo.
With a 145 308. So he's yeah. Yeah, I was about to say it as well. I think he's not a bad time at all. It's put him into 6th position. I think somebody else just pipped him to the post just then. No, it didn't. Sorry, I'm a liar. I thought he qualified 5th initially, just with that fan slam, but I thought somebody had pipped him to the post. They didn't. So he's coming around the second horseshoe now.
Meanwhile, Martin Pearson just crossing the line. He goes to set his first 145.522. That puts him in 10th overall.
Just looking now and
just
seeing.
We still don't have Tim Matsuke, Joshua Meyer, or Liam McNinch out there yet. Linus Tech now is coming out and doing his first. He's doing his out lap. So everybody else are doing their laps as Adam Christo is coming to the bus stop. Perhaps the trickiest corner on the course. And just as I say that, he misses it. And that is why.
So,
you have to be careful.
So, the lion sleeps tonight, essentially. He's going to have to, unfortunately, stick with his 308. He's not going to improve that lap time. And as this man is actually coming alive, it is Tim Matsuke. Who I think he is the current leader of the leaderboard, is he not?
He is the current leader by, I was looking at it, 21 points. To give you an idea, because he missed round 8, his worst week is 50. So Linus Tech now will have to somehow do better than Matsuke, and then have Matsuke do a result worse than 50, which is very hard to do, because that would require him to be perhaps the last place car in the pro category, which is a big ask, if I gotta be honest.
It's a hope and a prayer. It's a dream. It can happen. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen. Andrew Miller is just coming around to finish his first qualifying lap. Let's see what he gets when he crosses the line. It's going to be a 145.821. These times are not fast. They were doing mid 144s in practice. So no idea what's happening here. Are they just warming up? I'm
Might not have enough temperature in the tires.
Maybe so. But then we saw Adam Christo with that issue. He did a 145.308, but then just lost the car going into the bus stop, which for these GT3s for any car is a tough corner to make, just because of the fact you want to keep the speeds, but then make sure you don't go too slow that you compromise yourself, and you don't go too fast that you risk going off track or getting a slowdown. Neil Butler does a 146.030.
I think he's in contention with the amateurs, isn't he, Neil Butler?
He's in contention with the amateurs. 34 points. This is before drop scores, by the way. 34 points ahead of Ben Smith in P2 in the amateurs, and Ben Smith is currently sitting 15th. So that just gives you an idea. So Martin Pearson's 10th at the moment, 145.522. Sebastian Rain, 146.013 is 16th. Andrew Miller is just coming around to finish his second lap, coming around the bus stop. Linus Tech now goes pole, a 144.198 in that McLaren. And I think that means Matsuke is about to enter the oval for his first lap. Was not fastest in practice. Yes, Tim Matsuke is out early. Wasn't the fastest in practice by 0.05 of a second.
Yeah, because of this man, Joshua Mayer, the big shouty boy, for some reason is...
Hold on 1 second. That's not a big shouty boy. That's a Corvette, a big shouty boy.
Well, I mean, it's the next best thing, all right? This is the diet shouty boy. It's a Ford GT3. I mean, listen to it. Just listen.
It's a beautiful car, though. It's a beautiful car, and because of its gearing, it will dominate Daytona, like it did for Le Mans. Had a really strong showing at Le Mans. Got a lot of work for Joshua after the unfortunate bad race at Bathurst last week. He's got a lot to do because he will not have any drop week. In fact, he's had... Okay, put it like this. Joshua Mayer is 6th in the championship with 4 0-point races. Just putting it out there.
So, I mean, that's an amazement for this kind of car, to be fair now. I give him some credit for that. Like, especially when your car is literally, like, struggling on its back to make it. And it does actually make it. That's
sorry, Matsuke went to P2 in his qualifying lap. A 1:44.214. So if Matsuke is 0.3 slower than his practice lap, what does that say about the conditions?
By the way, Linus Tech now doing a 1:43.972.
Mayer 1:44.454. It's only good enough for 4th. Liam McNinch coming in around NASCAR 1 and 2. He was the fastest guy by 5,000.
5,000? You lagged out a bit at the end, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I just realised that. I have no idea why. Thank you very much, Internet.
Scully, we are here. Oh, you got some friends in Twitch chat.
Oh, dear God. Welcome, everybody, to the Raidillon TV stream.
Wait, did we get raided?
We got raided by Mr. Ghostman.
Welcome,
everybody, to the Racing... Welcome to the Racing Sim Rigs World Series Grand Final. 90 minutes of Daytona. You are watching the end of qualifying, the hot shoot of qualifying. Tim Matsuke finishes his second lap. It's faster. So 1:44.039. Good enough for second. Liam McNinch, a 1:44.502 for his first lap. So that puts him 5th. Mayer coming around the bus stop right now. If he gets a good run out of it, I have not been watching. But it's Mayer versus McNinch. Can these two improve their time? Slow exit on the bus stop from Mayer, though. 1:44.454. He needs to get under the 44s if he wants any chance. We'll wait. Where is McNinch as well? He's just coming to the second horseshoe.
I'm looking at Joshua Mayer now. This car should not be doing what it's doing. It's a big thing. It's a big Ford GT3. And it's
it's a 1:44.010. It's P2. McNinch has to respond, and this is crucial for McNinch in at the championship because he needs a good result here. Because if he beats Tech now for second, because I can't remember that the prize for second and third, big difference. The grand prize, a racing rig, a proper 80. Did I get it right? 80-20.
80-40. 80-40. We were correct about this last week, and we got in serious trouble. As you can tell, Mr. Ghostman, we're not professionals. We are the equivalent of inverse professional. If there was such a thing as the word inverse professional, that we're it essentially.
You wanted the best. You've got the rest.
McNinch
will cross the line. It's a 1:44.211. It's only good enough for 4th. Rob, do you know what that means? We have an amateur on the front row.
We have an amateur and a pro. By the way, just to let you guys know, if you've just joined us, thank you very much for joining in on Twitch, and we're on YouTube as well. Raidillon TV. is on YouTube. And just to explain the colors, green is pro, orange/yellow is amateur. Now, let's go over the results of qualifying.
Let's go over the results right now. So, Linus Tech now will take his first pole position of the season with a 143.972. Joshua Meyer in the Ford, the lead amateur driver for this race, a 144.010. Tim Matzke, the championship leader for the pros, 144.039 is good enough for third. Liam McNinch in fourth, a 144.211. Mount Stump, a 144.370 is fifth. Jonas Dreyer, 144.819 in sixth. Andrew Miller, 144.997 in seventh. Milan Tikins, 145.226 in eighth. Tom Johnson, 145.274 ninth. Jack Hills, a 145.299 is 10th. Adam Christo, 145.308 in 11th. Maris Yankee, 145.374 in 12th. And the championship leader for the amateurs, Neil Butler, a 145.419 in 13th. Then we come to Adam Miles in 14th with 145.479. Matt Heatrick will go 145.485 for 15th.
In 16th position is Martin Pearson with a 145.522. Christian Furs with a 145.528 puts him into 17th position. Stefan Kurzman in 18th with a 145.604. Louis Egertson, after defying gravity defined him with a 145.612 in 19th position. Ben Smith with a 145.851. Sebastian Rain with a 146.014 puts him into 21st position. Isaac Barkley in 22nd will put him into 146.159 territory. In 23rd, it is Simon Dobb with a 146.544. Josh Seymour with a 146.939. And the last of the qualifiers is Chris Miles with a 202.712.
Then we've got Mark Bailey, Taylor Lane, and Harry Wills not setting a lap time. We're waiting for the qualifying to officially finish, and we will get those positions. The drivers we will be keeping an eye out for mostly. We'll be keeping an eye on everybody, of course. But Tim Matzke, Linus Technow, Liam McNinch, first, second, and third in the pros. And you can see at the moment, Technow is starting on pole. Matzke is third, and right behind him, well, right beside him will be Liam McNinch. So the top three in the pros will be on the first two rows, and then the amateurs. It's all up for contention, the amateurs. 34 points between championship leader Neil Butler and second place Ben Smith. 42 points between first and third, that's Harry Wills. Fourth place is Andrew Miller, who's just 2 points behind Wills. Then you've got 30 points behind them, Christian Furt. A point behind them, Joshua Meyer, who, look, he's at the front. And then...
Oops, sorry, we just lost... I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. My Discord just decided to reload. Anyways, we'll press on. I have a question for you, by the way. Are you sure that's not Ken Miles in the GT40? As in the GT40 of...
All I'm going to say, if I see Harold Shelby at the pit wall with a sign saying "Give it 9,000," then yes, it is. And if you don't know the reference, oh, where have you been, Rob?
Where have I been? I've been in the wall. I'm trying to. You see, the problem is with these cameras, right? It says screenshot 1 and then screenshot 2. I can't remember which one is which because they changed per track.
By the way, trackcams22.com provide us with these fantastic cameras. Don't forget our live timings. I cannot find the live timings on the Twitch, but I will.
They are on YouTube. Yeah, you can provide them on Twitch. Go ahead.
They are on YouTube. Live timings. Raidillon.tv. They are now in the Twitch stream for those watching as well. Do join us on our Discord as well if you want to see more. While we're getting ready, Friday night, ILMS, the farewell to the HPD.
And we are broadcasting on iRacing Live. It'll be our first time there. Yeah, boy. That's all I can really say. It'll be good to be there.
For those that have been following us since we started this, what, in March, February time?
It would be March.
We started this just as a way to provide series like ILMS a broadcast that they've been missing for a while, and to see it now that we've been given that position on the page of iRacing is something that's really, we couldn't really do it without the viewership.
So thank you.
Had a couple of viewers. Nobody would have seen it. Nobody would have cared if it was just a couple of viewers. But all these viewers, thank you so much. We can't wait. We can't wait for that. It's going to be fantastic to start it from the bottom. Now we're here, Rob.
Oh no. Well, we still have a long way to go.
Well, let's wait, because right now we've got 90 minutes of Daytona. The Flames are kicking out the back of Linus Tech now. I think you should be the one doing this, because
yes.
I'm going to keep an eye on the back of the field.
I'm absolutely majestic when it comes to Daytona. It is probably the easiest one to get started, because it's turn one's always going to be a massacre. The pace car comes off. It's now time to do your job. As Linus Tech now guns it, is green flag, as that is Josh Mayer sitting to his left-hand side. That is Tim Matzke looking on the inside of Josh Mayer with his teammates, Liam McNinch and Jonas Dry. Much stuff in the mix as well as they come down into the first corner. No real issues to report here from the top runners. No real contact at all. It's been nice and clean all the way through. You can just see the myriad of cars in the background coming through the turn one. Has been no murders so far. Perfect. It has been one of the best turn ones we've seen this far. As we can see, that's Josh Mayer.
No! There is a spin at the back. Sorry. I gotta see who
that's
that
Josh Seymour. It's Josh Seymour, but I'm just looking at this. This is Liam McNinch. Sorry, this is Josh Mayer and Mod Stubb fighting side by side. They just break it off. They don't go full deuce mode, and we continue. It's nice and clean. That is Adam Christo going through the pack. He's already open to 8th position. Oh no, sorry, he had a bad start. No, he did not have a bad start.
Great start. He had a great start. He took two cars. He went between two cars going into turn one. Made a great and safe move there. He is now up to, I believe, that's going to be P7, or is it P8?
That's P8.
I've got to check that. P8. We got to see the lead that Tech now is getting on Matsuke. It's half a second. McNinch using the slipstream. We're going to see a lot of slipstreaming tonight. Using that slipstream right here. Everybody's got to get this bus stop right. One slowdown here will ruin you because it's the first lap. Tech now does it safely. Mayer does it safely. McNinch gets it very good on Matsuke. He has to go around him. He's faster. But if you go on the high side without the speed, you are going to scrub all your speed off. He's going to be losing a little. He's going to be losing a little bit of time here. Now he gets into the back. Now he gets back into the side draft, into the draft, not the side draft. Gets into the draft. Will he make a move? He's just too far away. It's too early in the race to make a move.
They're hitting the limiter as well. I think with these, especially with the Audis, they're screaming at the top of the rev limiter as they come around once again for another lick at turn one. Now, I do want to see if any of these cars will try a very risky move on the outside of turn one. Sorry, we just have an off. That's Chris Miles. Let's see what happened to him. He actually does go off at turn one. And he was in 25th position. He's now got down to 27th. 25th position, crossing the line, following Simon Dodd into turn one.
Just on the way as well. Leader of the amateurs, Neil Butler, made a few positions up now. He is up to P10 after taking Matt Heatrick on the first corner. Oh no! Lap.
Sorry, just to say, that was all in Chris Miles' head. He just lost the car coming into turn one, and he bailed out, essentially. He just didn't want to run into the back of Simon Dodd. Very good choice.
You know how we were you know how we were praising Adam Christo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at the back of the field.
Oh, no.
He lost the car at the bus stop. The car just bounced, and he went to correct it, and car said no, and everyone did a great job to avoid him. But he is now making his way back up the field. We've seen this before with Adam. He is a Nürburgring 24-hour champion. He did it at the Nürburgring. What can he do? I'm just watching him. Just crazy. There's a car off at the bus stop. Who was that going? Why? That's Jack Hills. Missed the bus stop completely. He was 12th. He's now 20th. And he's still got a slowdown to serve.
He's 21st. He'll be 22nd if he's not careful.
Keep an eye on the front, by the way. The last lap time for the leaders were 1:45, 323 for Tech now, 144.802 for Matsuke. He has completely destroyed that gap that Tech now had at the start of the race. Doesn't go for the move right away, just holds on a little bit. I think he'll be setting himself up for an overtake on the back straight, on the oval section. We'll wait and see, and that's really what we'll be seeing a lot of today. There may be a few moves going down to turn 1 in the first horseshoe, but just expect a lot of the moves happening on that back straight, or just having to just move his car a little bit there, getting a little bit out of shape there, with Tech now taking a different line to the second horseshoe.
Matt Heatrick passing Neil Butler to go up into 11th position. He is currently dicing up his way, up the ante. Matt Heatrick in 11th position. He is 6th in the amateurs, and probably making his way up through the standing order. As you probably cannot hear, I can't hear myself, but hopefully you can hear it. Hopefully it's not too loud, but I can barely hear myself without how loud this Audi is.
I mean, I'm watching Neil Butler in the Ferrari right now, and every so often I can just hear the redlining from the spectator, and it's really infuriating. I'm just glad I got the volume down. Neil Butler's down into 12th. Not sure what happened on that last lap. He did have a little bit of a lead, and he was 10th, but he must have had a slowdown, doing his best to try and catch on to Matt Heatrick. Probably will get the run here, actually. He's in such a great position. Wait for the banking, going to scrub up a bit of that speed. Now he'll go side by side with Heatrick, and that's Andrew Miller behind them as well. He's going to be giving a bit of a bump draft at one stage. This is the two Midland Sim Racing drivers. They've got Matt Heatrick in the middle of them. Heatrick will go around the outside of turn 1. Can he make it stick? Heatrick bends, and no! Butler's hit him! Nowhere for him to go, and he just sideswipes Louis Eggerson, and that was close. That could have been a massive spin there for Eggerson as well. But Butler is now down in 60th place after that.
And Matt Heatrick now down into 25th. Isaac Barkley, by the way, I think he had an incident and has retired the car. That's unfortunate to see, but such is life. As is the Raidillon TV car. No, the Raidillon TV car, please, no. What happened?
Let's not view it. Come on.
I'm viewing it. I'm viewing it. Oh no! It lost it at the bus stop, and he buried it in the wall. He couldn't get out. Stop it, iRacing. The man's already dead.
No. Oh, Matsuke takes the lead at the bus stop. He has just dived in there with the lead on the bus stop there from Tech now. Brilliant move, and gained a lot of time. And actually, McNinch is now on the back of Tech now. He wants to make a move, and again, McNinch trying to go high will not work on this banking if you go high. And now Tech now will go for the block. Just he needs that slipstream. And it's like an over or under from a corner right now as McNinch takes the slipstream. That's almost like a team move there from Manatee. Just allowed him to get that slipstream. McNinch will take P2, and Tech now back into P3. So the top 3 of the standings are 1, 3, and 2 overall. It's Matsuke, Mitnich, Tech now. Does that make sense? I'm pretty sure it makes sense. That was. I just had to process that for a second. That is just the standings he just replayed back. Yeah.
But
exactly.
yes, indeed, it is Matsuke, McNinch, Tech now, the amateur of Josh Mayer, who will lead the amateurs. He's leading the amateurs at the moment. Of course, I think they have at least one required pit stop, as far as I'm aware.
The fuel rate is 100%. There was some worries about a fuel saving strategy, but everybody will have to pit once, definitely. Adam Christo's coming by Neil Butler. Adam Christo, after spinning out, is now back into 15th. Sorry, 15th
you're gonna have to correct yourself once again. It's 14th.
Wow, Harry Wills has got some damage. Martin Pearson had a spin as well, so great recovery there from Christo.
He's not damaged. He's not damaged.
No, other cars behind him are damaged.
No. That's what I was saying. He's not damaged, so he is able to use the full extent of the car. So, I honestly, at this point, seeing the drives that he can put in, I'm not surprised whatsoever, as we have in the background Martin Pearson and Neil Butler wanting to have a scrap. The cat trying to tame the Midland Sim Racer. We all know how that goes. Get it?
Cats versus Midlands.
Yeah, the cat versus the Midlands.
Well, Butler needs a good result. By the way, Butler only has, well, does he need a good result? He just needs to stay in the points. Butler has 15 drop points overall in the series. That's the combination of his 2 worst results. So at the moment, if he's sitting where he is in the amateurs, he's pretty much in 1, 2, 3. He's 5th position in the amateurs, just holding off Harry Wills right now.
Oh, we just had an accident.
That's Yankee.
Marius Yankee having a spin at turn 1. What? Hey, he kept it at the wall, but that was very close.
The bouncing off that first corner and then hits the grass on the inside. There is a lip there. There's a lip there, and it caused him to spin. He was 9th. He's now 21st. And that helps. That helps Neil Butler.
It does indeed, because Neil Butler is now in 15th position. Butler needs to finish within 5 places of Ben Smith to win amateur. And if we split over to the top 12s, if you can do the math, that is 2 places. So Butler is in the window. It's like when that moment when it was just like, what's his name? It wasn't Martin Brundle, but it was at the 2008 Brazilian Grand Prix, and all you can hear is that Timo Glock? Is that Timo Glock? Oh my word!
You know what? I can never remember that because I was too busy jumping up and down and screaming.
I cried. I cried a little bit.
I think we all did. Tech now is.
Oh, well, I cried for different reasons because Massa was denied a championship yet again.
Oh yeah, you're not English. Anyway, these guys at the front. Well, one of these guys at the front is English, and that's Liam McNinch, but the rest aren't. And Tech now is trying to catch on to McNinch. And you think about it, if Maskey just drives on, then McNinch doesn't get a tow, and that allows Tech now to do his thing. And what his thing is dominating the McLaren, which has a different fuel flow. Well, and I think that's a lot of the issues. Just wanted to make sure that he doesn't do another fuel-saving race. But he may take less fuel, and that will help him. So if he stays on the back, saves some fuel from slipstreaming or drafting, as we're in America, it will help. And I think that's what he's got to do. The gap between him and McNinch is 0.7 of a second. There's about a second between Matsuke and McNinch, so everybody's still in the slipstream there. So Tech now just needs to catch on a little bit and not get hampered by the Ford of Joshua Mayer behind.
He needs to essentially do the math. Remember the old Atari adverts when they told you to do the math?
Well, we know that that's what Joshua Mayer does. Joshua Mayer has told us a few times that he aims for a lap time and just does it. It's not a case that he pushes himself. He tries to aim for a certain lap time and he sticks to it. Now the nearest amateur to him is 7 seconds behind him, which is Jonas Dreyer in P2. So all he's doing at the moment is racing with the pros. He could play spoiler. I don't think he's that type of person to play spoiler. But if the situation arises, like now, he backs off. Good move. He had a chance there to go past Tech now, or go side by side. He lifted before he even got to the braking point.
I think. Ooh, Joshua! I think that's why, because I don't think the brakes are too good on the Ford GT3. I think they replaced the discs, the brake discs, with ice cream cones or the ice cream lids from Häagen-Dazs.
Yeah, LP, who usually tells us how the Ford got here. Can we check that when you got the parts in DHL, they gave you the right brake discs, and you didn't get some others? You got drum brake discs. Because braking is really struggling at the moment. Are they inboards? I'm not entirely sure, Hatter, if they are inboards, but one can only imagine. But the Ford really dominating now. It's mostly just
the as Valhalla correctly pointed out, it's just when you try and turn in that car, it's the equivalent of not having a nice day. Let's put it that way.
So for those that are unaware, why is the Ford so fast? Well, for number one, Joshua is a fantastic driver, and he won't admit it. And number two, is the Ford does not have the same gearing ratios as all the other GT3s, because all the other GT3s are set to IMSA ratios. The Ford doesn't, so it's got a bigger ratio. It can go longer on the top speed.
It can go a few kilometers longer, like
adjustable gears,
with the likes of Techno. He's got, about 283, 287 is where they conk out. Josh Mayer can just, to tip his way in, to 284s, 285s. And he's also got the slipstream as well to combat any shortcomings that the engine has in terms of outright pace. But now,
Rob, I just need to interrupt you right for a moment. You know how we were saying Neil Butler needs to be 5 places between him and Ben Smith?
Yeah.
It's currently 4.
Ooh.
Butler's down in 14th. Almost, he's going side by side with Harry Wills around turn 1. Takes that position. That is vital. There is now just 3. There are 2 cars between Ben Smith and Neil Butler in terms of the amateurs. But he had another bad lap. He's doing 150s. He's doing 148s. He's doing, he's
the
done
damage.
146.
The damage that he had. If you look at his front left, it's pretty damaged. Is that car a Viper? The cars on your screen are an AMG GT3 and a Ferrari 488 GT3.
Yeah, we are represented with every GT3 in the series. I think our one BMW driver is not here this week. I might be wrong. I think I'm wrong. But we had every car in the series.
Should we just call every car in the series just a name? Because we already called the C6R the Shouty Boy, just because it's just noise. Should we just call the AMG the Long Boy? Because look how far back the cockpit is. The Fezza we just call the Fezza Boy,
Rob, we're professional now. We can't give nicknames.
I'm still sticking with the nicknames.
But half a second is the gap between first, second, and third. The slipstream battle is just keeping everything in check. Let's just give you a rundown. A 145.507 from Matsuke. A 145.539 from McNinch. A 145.492 for Technow. Joshua Mayer is just holding back a bit, and he might have to let Malt stump by because he doesn't want to interfere with these guys, and he might be doing that in a minute and just letting the pros go by. He's got Malt Stump behind him, and then 8 seconds down behind him is Milan Tikan. But if he lets Malt Stump go, Technow is in a double sandwich of Manatee cars at the moment. He's kind of on his own. And you've got these Manatee guys all racing together. But at the same time, McNinch is going to go side by side with Matsuke. McNinch with the slipstream will take the lead. As Matsuke just holds back and holds... Now, I'm going to say it. Is that teamwork there? Just holding back.
I don't think so.
Allowing them... You reckon that was full speed?
That was probably full speed. Just with the pace that the McNinch had coming out of it, I wouldn't be surprised that... I wouldn't be surprised if Matsuke just, tries to claw back a little bit of a victory in terms of getting his position back under pace. But he might also be trying to defend from Techno in terms of just outright pace, or in terms of just being able to just keep him there and just keeping him in check. In NASCAR, the only thing I've picked up so far is they're checking up, as in they're slowing up because of an incident or whatever. I'm pretty sure Matsuke is checking up to make sure he's in front of Techno to defend the position essentially up until the end of time, really. Up until the end when they can essentially safely say, alright, let's go full blast and just make sure that we scupper any chances that Techno has of getting ahead of us through the strategy essentially of undercutting or fuel saving.
Yeah, I think that would be the best thing. Just back it out the corners a little bit. That takes the corner, brake a little bit earlier for the corners. They don't need to go full pelt at the moment, but it does really feel like it's a Daytona 500 at the moment with these 4 guys all going. That's another car spun. Just as I was going back there, Mark Bailey has had a moment into turn 1, by the way.
I would like to point out that Louis Eggerton is in the pits. He's got quite a bit of damage.
Yes, I was noticing that. Could not work it out. Jonas Dreyer overtakes Milan Tikin. There's an amateur overtaking a pro, by the way. Jonas Dreyer having a good finish to the amateur season for him. But not in contention, unfortunately, is Dreyer. Sitting a bit down in the standings. So, yeah,
well, damn. I think so sums up poor Louis' issues. How's the Ford doing? I mean, look at it. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Oh, sorry, that is the car number 11 on Mulch Stumpf, almost rear-ending the car 00 of Joshua Mayer. Well, they all make it through.
What has happened to Neil Butler? He was ahead of these guys, and now he's behind these guys. What is going on with Neil Butler?
Who are these guys?
And now Taylor Lane is overtaking him.
Who are these guys? What? I'm having to recover because I was just like, who are these guys? Hello?
Neil Butler is in trouble right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's in a battle now with Taylor Lane, but he has gone up and down, up and down. He is like a boat on the high seas, and he will have to back off and let Lane have that position. He's got the pace, but at the moment there's a lot of inconsistencies, and the man with a table tennis table for a rig is struggling right now.
Yeah,
that is true. I have checked it.
He go forward, and he's actually P4 overall. He's actually ahead of a lot of other cars. It's very scary. Bring home the meme win. If he stays where he is, he'll win the amateur race. That is a meme win. And
that would be his second amateur win this season.
Is it possible? Here's a question: is it possible for Joshua Mayer to win the series?
Well, Joshua Mayer is not including drop weeks. Well, it doesn't matter for Joshua. He's had 3 races. He's not scored any points. He's 83 points behind Neil Butler.
So it's
Joshua
impossible.
Joshua would need everybody from Smith, Wills, Miller first to practically crash out.
And that's the only shot he has at winning.
That could be the only shot he's got at winning. He's 40 points behind. He could get a top 3 in the championship. Who knows? Louis Eggleston, he tried to move into the chicane and pulled at the last moment. I'm guessing that was Neil Butler. Did not see it, unfortunately. But Neil Butler is 17th overall. But we were saying, for Ben Smith to win the amateurs, he needs 5 amateurs. He needs to be 5 places. Oh, Andy Pearson. Butler needs to be 5 places of Ben Smith to win the amateurs. And it goes for the amateurs at the moment. Not including Joshua Mayer and Jonas Dreyer and Adam Thompson in the podiums. Ben Smith, Adam Miller, Harry Wills, Marius Yankee, Stefan Kurtzman, Taylor Lane, Neil Butler. I didn't even need to count because you can tell that's more than 5 places. Neil Butler's championship is in trouble right now.
Yeah, so at a minimum, he needs to be within striking distance of this man, Ben Smith. And if he is not, he loses outright. But Ben Smith also needs to be ahead of the other pawns at play. This is a chessboard now. It's quite complicated, and it'll essentially be a race to see if we can figure it out in time before the end of the race who we think will be heading to victory lane and getting themselves a sim rig.
And a reminder, we are only predicting. The official word will come tomorrow when everything is properly tallied up. So we can only speculate. As Simon Dodd has gone off at the bus stop. Not sure what's happened there, but he's gone off at the bus stop.
I'm watching this at the moment. I don't know how that's drivable, to be honest. It's bouncing a lot. It doesn't look stable. Like, it's not the kind of car that I would think, you know, hey, this would be the greatest car in the world to drive around here. I mean, it's Daytona. It's quite flat, but there is banking. There are things that are, there are things that will upset any normal car. But this is a Ford GT3 with broken suspension. It just bounces everywhere. Its default mode is bounce.
It drives great. It drives great, like Ruben in YouTube chat. It drives great. The braking sucks. And and then Scare saying it's iRacing setup. It's a little bit of iRacing setup, and also just the way the GT3 is.
Yeah, the stock way that the GT, like, it was fine. Then they fixed the GT2, but by fixing the GT2, they broke the GT3. And
literally restarted this season, because they also do, by the way, the Fanatec GT1 series. Sunday night, the final broadcast race of the season, with the Fanatec GT2. Now, at the start of the season, the GT2s were loving it, and the GT3 was horrible. And then they made the changes, and it went the other way, or something like that. One was good, the other was bad, and they flip-flopped it after an update. So now the GT2s are a struggle, but the GT3s are good. Milan Tikins in the pits. Now that looks like that's just a scheduled pit stop with an hour to go.
He might be
right.
Well, there's 100% fuel load, so they'll have about 50-55 minutes of worth of fuel. So the pit window would technically, very technically. Oh, he might be cutting it fine. Actually, I'm thinking that now that I think of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This
he says he's bored. He's retiring. What?
Okay.
I've never seen someone just go, you know, bugger it, just pull it in. But that does mean that the cars behind him will be taking a new spot, and Adam Christo comes back to where he was at the lap 1 of this race, into 8th position, ahead of Ben Smith and Andrew Miller, chasing down Tom Johnson ahead of him. His next target in his class is Malt Stumpf in 4th position.
Malt Stumpf in 4th position, but he's 22 seconds up the road. Don't think that's going to happen, especially when you've got Matt McNinch, Matsgay, Technow, and Meyer, and Stumpf. Ooh, basically slipstream. Actually, Stumpf's lost the slipstream a little bit here, but they're all just like they're all in a little line. It's like ducks on a pond, all in a little line at the moment. And I would love to tell people something's happening at the front. Nothing's happening at the front at the moment, because imagine it's the peloton in the Tour de France. We're 13 minutes in. There's an hour left in this race. They're just waiting for the right moment to pounce, and they're just setting themselves up, just setting themselves up to make sure they're there for the end. That's the best way to describe it. There might be a couple overtakes, but nothing serious.
Right now, the most serious battle right now is between Andrew Miller and Ben Smith for 9th position overall. This won't affect it too much in the championship. You know, Ben can yield his position, but he's also getting slipstream from the car ahead of him, Van Christo. I think that's where he wants to be. You know, he might have to keep an eye on his rearview mirror for Andrew Miller and the car number 14, but it might be much better for him to stick to the pro driver and say, hey, pro driver, give me your slipstream. I can save fuel and be faster.
Makes sense. It does make sense. I'm also really amazed at how the slipstream has affected the time for Malt Stumpf, because he was doing mid-45s. That last lap, when he just lost the slipstream, of 46, half a second, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot, especially in this game at the moment, because he is pulling away from Adam Christo. Adam Christo in P5 for the pros doesn't really have anybody to help him. In fact, he's currently battling 2 amateurs, Ben Smith and Andrew Miller. Ben Smith doesn't really need to fight this. Well, they're amateurs and pros. They're in 2 different categories. But, you know, the racing mentality is you need to fight. Ben Smith needs to hold off Andrew Miller. But that's the battle we've got to keep an eye on, because if Andrew Miller could play spoiler and help his teammate in the Midland Sim Racing by getting past Ben Smith. Now, that would help Neil Butler in his charge for the championship. So in some respects, does Ben Smith need to get past Adam Christo? Well, number one, would you like to say you've overtaken a champion of the 24 Hours of the Nürburgring? Yes. On the other hand, do you want it so you can try and win yourself a sim rig and the championship? Also yes.
So what you're saying is you now have an excuse over just overtaking a pro.
You know what? Here's the card. I'm going to go right there now. I'm not going to go right now, but I would literally go right there on the radio and say, you know what? Overtake him. Just do it. Just do it. What have you got, you know? I was about to say, what have you got to lose?
You've
got
Valtteri.
the championship to lose. Miller goes in late.
Valtteri, it's James. Push hard. I think we can catch him. And when you do get there, overtake him and push him off the road.
But basically, Andrew Miller is going to be like Lando Norris last year. If he gets past Ben Smith, Andrew, this is Neil. We need you to like hold him off. What, like forever? Yeah.
What you mean, like forever?
Forever.
Forever and ever and ever.
Christian Furtz has retired, by the way.
So sad.
That is the Raidillon TV car that's retired.
So sad. So sad. It's a sad, sad situation.
How many more songs are you going to sing that are going to get us in trouble?
I've got 3 in my pocket.
3 in my pocket. But I mean, I would love to talk about this lead pack. Nothing's happening at the moment. We'll wait and see what goes on, and we'll keep an eye on that. But this with Andrew Miller and Ben Smith is crucial. In fact, Neil Butler's getting past Marius Yanke.
No, it is the other way around. Marius Yanke coming past Neil Butler. That is not good. That wasn't good enough to warrant the DMCA. Aww. But anyway,
Neil Butler again picked the position.
He's lost. No, he didn't. He had the position. He had the position, and he's lost it. That is a loss on track. And Adam Miles is coming up behind him, looking to see if he can threaten Neil Butler's day. Rue the day that Neil. Oh, a little bit of a checkup there from the trio. See, I got it right. I got the NASCAR term right, and just a little bit of a touch and go from the rear end of, I think that was Marius Yank. No, sorry, that was Adam Miles into the rear of Neil Butler, but there's no damage as far as I can see, so all is well.
Yeah, no touching there. That's good to see. Would have been a close moment if there was. Would have really played a bit of a climax there for the rest of the race if that happened. Neil Butler needs to do something, and it's going to be a struggle. Not to mention as well, we have to think these McLarens do have a different fuel load. So can Yanke do something with that fuel? Because he'll be pitting later than Butler, if anything. So got to be careful.
Yeah, Butler will have to. He'll have to pull out all the stops because he has damage, and he's been carrying it now for about 20 minutes. So he will have to just pull out as best he can, pull out all the stops that he can think of. Slipstream, a tow, fuel save, whatever he can do to try and save a position or two, because those at the end of the day will mean, as I hear somebody just hitting the wall.
Oh no, who hit the wall?
I don't know. That's what I want to find out, but I can't. Why
can't you, Rob?
Because I heard it and I don't want to switch the cameras. I don't know who hit the wall.
I can't tell you either, so...
All I heard was a large crunch. Like, it was like... As if somebody, like, smacked the wall. Sorry, that was my best impression of an iRacing sound effect of somebody crashing.
Right, so let's just give you a rundown of the positions. You can see them on the left. Adam Christo, sorry, not Adam Christo. Ben Smith has made up the most places at this race, and that's crucial for him. He's made up 11 places. Harry Wills made up 17. Harry Wills did not qualify, so he started right at the back of the field and made his way up to 17th. Again, he's in the championship as well. We've got to remember that. So he's in contention for this as well. I'm not sure what permutation that brings on, but it is something we have to keep an eye on as well. That Harry Wills is in this fight as well. In fact, Harry Wills is 9 points behind Ben Smith. So with it being double points, that's going to be a close one. That's going to be a close one.
Yeah, this is essentially deciding it all here. It's going to be, oh, sorry, Harry Wills having a slide coming into turn one. The really, I'm going to say it's not the greatest corner in the world, that turn one. It's long. It's long. It's just so long.
It's bouncy. It's bouncy on any car. I have ruined the 24-hour Daytona for my team when the car just decided for no reason to just veer off to the left once my steering wheel was straight. That corner, not many cars like, and it is just due to the fact you're coming off the banking, you're coming onto the road, and that is not exactly a very flat piece of road because it's only used for pit exits in NASCAR. So there is a bit of a bump to them, and you hit that bump, and you're going to lose the back of the car. So you have to be careful. And you see a lot of the cars will take either a very shallow on the inside line, almost hitting the wall, or they will go all the way around and swing in. And both strategies are efficient, but you have to decide, because if you're in the middle, you're going to suffer, and it may actually cause you to go wide.
Well, it's something that you have to sort of accept, but I mean, it's still such a bad turn. Like, the apex takes forever to get to, and when you finally get there, it continues turning around, and then you're into a slalom immediately after you come out, and it's bumpy. The grass on the inside is dangerous. The tire wall eats you if you hit it. Going around the outside is almost impossible in anything greater than a GTE. It's a lot of pain. A lot of pain.
So we've got 5 retirements. Milan Tikins, Louis Eggerson, Christian Furt, Isaac Barkley, 2 pros and 2 amateurs.
Yeah, by the way, you said 5.
Did I say 5?
Yes, you did.
I was looking at Milan Tikins, who was 5 laps down. I think that's what it was.
2 plus 2 is equal to 5. You heard it here first.
Maths! Sorry. I will get that right. I apologise. Just a quick update on positions at the moment. So Matsgay is in P2. Technow's in P3. Maninch is leading. I don't know why I said it in that order, but we have to remember the gap between Technow and Maninch is 13 points. So with it being a double point, now we don't go by iRacing point system. It would usually be, well, for this race it would be 100 for first, 90 for second, 84 for third, 76 for fourth, 70 for fifth, and then so on and so on, because it's double points. So all the way down into, I believe, 15th position. So you just have to bear in mind that as they go down, the gaps will be 6 points, and then another 6 points, and then another 6 points, and then 12 points, then 6 points. You get that idea. So when you look at it, to McNinch, he kind of needs to get a couple places on Tech now, and he might get it done with this here at the moment, because Tech now will have 16-point difference to McNinch before any drop points come in, which Tech now has more drop points, 6 points more when the drops come in, the 2 worst results. So this could be, if it stays like this, McNinch would win, well, not win, would get second place.
And he gets second place over Techno, is it?
That's correct, yes.
That does spice it up, because second place, I think, it's in Stream Deck, isn't it? Second place?
Yes. Yes, not many pros left, unfortunately, yes, but...
There are...
Yes, not many pros left. Are you
there are 8 pros. No, sorry. There are 6 pros on track, because of the 2 pros that have retired. And the rest are made up of... So there's 20 amateurs and 8 pros. essentially that started this race.
Yes, first is a sim rig, second is a seat, and third is a stream deck. Remember, racing sim rigs. We say it again. Racing sim rigs, providing the sponsorship for the series and providing the grand prize. Which, if anyone does fancy it, they do a very good selection of sim rigs. And I believe, checking their social medias recently, they have now come into the acquisition of customizing the paint of your sim rig, so you can have it almost any color you want. And not like the Ford, it doesn't have to be black. You can have it whatever color you want. You don't even have to have a color on it. And I have seen it on their socials, Racing Sim Rigs, on Instagram. It looks fantastic. And once I get myself some more space, definitely will be investing in one of those, I think.
It's super killer. No, it does look absolutely great. My favorite color would probably be put it in like a red, and then just have the blue and red accents.
Are you meaning red because that's the Raidillon TV color?
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Good enough. By the way, guys, do check out our Discord. Do check out our social medias. It's Raidillon TV everywhere. You watch on Twitch, thank you very much. Don't forget to check out our VODs are on YouTube, and vice versa. So you can always watch the rest of them, featured in many highlight videos.
Yeah.
Especially this series.
I would like to point out, by the way, that it's an orchestra between first and fifth. It's like they were all going in synchronization through the bus stop, and there was not a step out of them. And Matsuke is just closing in on his teammate rather than Tekna closing in on Matsuke. It's interesting to see how much the 12C suffers on a straight compared to these guys.
Well, it is gone midnight sim time. It is still 22 Celsius, 72 Fahrenheit. So the track temperature has not changed, and at the same time, neither has the lap times. These guys still doing mid 45s. Tekna did a 44.749 a few laps ago, but I believe...
Oh no! Oh no! Matt Heatrick is smoking. He's smoking not because he's hot or anything, but he's hot. Oh! Let's have a look. This is what the car looked like before. You saw what the car looked like after. It's not looking too bad. He's coming down towards the bus stop, coming off the NASCAR 1-2. Let's see what exactly went wrong. Oh, what?
Yep. I thought you knew that. That's why you went, oh no, he's hit the wall again. Oh no, he should hit the wall again.
Well, I mean, with a car like that, I mean, that's just a given. I mean, look at this. This goes off. Let's have a look at how that transpired in his roll bar.
And he's still continuing to kill the car.
Look at his steering wheel. Oh.
Matt, hit the brakes. Matt, hit the brakes. Matt, hit the...
Oh
dear.
He did a barrel roll, but... Yeah, that was really weird.
And then he just rolled back onto the track right by the start-finish line. And, you know what? It might be hardware failure with the amount of movement.
It wasn't hardware failure because it's not wheel failure anyway, because we had a look at it, and he just jackknifed into the wall.
I have no idea. Meanwhile, though, what does this do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Still 7 cars between Butler and Smith. And I think after that incident between Butler and Heatrick earlier in the race, that might be causing this damage that Butler's got. He's gone into the pits early. He has gone into the pits at the halfway point. Now, I will ask you with your fantastic stats to keep an eye on that to see, does he decide to to fix damage or anything? Because, well, it's clear that there's some damage on the front left of that car. How much is another question, but it's clear there's damage on the championship leader for the amateurs, Neil Butler's car. So we will keep an eye on that. But at the moment, your leader, championship leader for the amateurs, if I've got my maths correct, it's Ben Smith.
I think you would be correct, actually, yeah. Let me see. He is taking the repairs, I think.
Now that is interesting. Now that will cause a bit of a challenge for him at the end of the race. Well, yeah. But he's got 45 minutes to 40-second optionals is what he's got. Now I got to be honest. I don't know what you would do, but for me, I would consider. In such a precarious situation, yeah, he's taking 10. He's taking some of the optionals. I think you've got to. You've got to.
Yeah, I think with the amount of speed that he's lost, especially compared to like his last was a 1:45.795 compared. Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at Jonas Dreyer. Apologies, I'm looking at. Let's see, Andrew Miller 1:46.322 was his last comparative to Neil Butler, who did a 1:54, but I think he was being hammered on the top end speed, as Andy just said. And we have another car in the pits. That is Stefan Kurzman in the pits.
Well, just looking at Neil Butler is just entering NASCAR 1 and 2. He's been lapped by the top 5. He is 2 seconds behind the top 5, 12 seconds between Jonas Dreyer, who's in P6 overall. 24 seconds behind Neil Butler is Adam Christo. Why is that important? Well, because right behind Adam Christo is Ben Smith. So literally 25 seconds behind Butler is a championship rival, Ben Smith. Of course, we have to keep our eyes on Harry Wills, but the gap between Wills and Ben Smith, there's a car between the two of them, so that would play into Ben Smith's favour.
Yeah, it is. It's all up in the air, and I think at this point we'll just keep our mouths. I think we'll just keep the cards to our chest and just be like, we'll figure it out after the race and let the official announcement go out. But right now it is looking in a speculative sense that, you know, it's really not clear cut what will happen. It's 43 minutes left of the race. It's just gone past the halfway point in terms of laps. It's looking dicey out there, and this is Ben Smith and Andrew Miller fighting side by side. Andrew Miller going around the outside of Ben Smith coming into turn 1. Does anything happen? No.
And I think Andrew Miller's got a little bit frustrated, or not frustrated, but I think he's trying to get a move on Ben Smith here to try to basically get by, because Ben has said he's complacent staying behind Adam Christo. And, well, the lap times say it, really, but Andrew Miller just trying to catch him off there. And a good move there as well. And I think Adam might be considering to himself, well, what if I just pull to one side and let these guys go crazy? Because it just feels like he is in the wrong place at the moment. Because if Andrew Miller goes into Ben Smith, does that take out Adam Christo? So you've got to play this right.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Andrew Miller is quite aggressive on the brakes. I'm just looking at him coming on the ramp towards the NASCAR 1-2, comparing him to Ben Smith. You know, Ben Smith's braking is a lot less aggressive. You can see how much the car of number 14 tips forward under braking. I think he's trying to just maximize as much speed as he can on the straights, and then, you know, seeing how the car moves through the corners. He is hounding the rear end of the number 22 though.
He is. I tell you what, he put less brake input there going into the bus stop, and then had to put a little bit more when he was in the middle of the bus stop. Kind of usual for these cars, because you do need that little braking there in that middle part. But again, he's doing the I call this the wrong way, but now he's going to the side. Now he's going to be weaving. He's just trying to go on the inside. He's going to the outside. What is going on right here? He's trying to find a way, Andrew Miller. And at the same time, Ben Smith, in some respects, is a little bit blocked by Adam Christo. And it's not on purpose. It's just that with Slipstream, Smith is able to almost get side by side with Adam Christo, but he doesn't want to have that fight. He's not fighting Christo. This is what we keep saying. So Christo's helping Smith, but in some respects, is it hindering now? It's a weird one. I'm not. If I'm Adam Christo, I'd be backing off. Just for the sake of these guys. Even if I'm catching them, I'd be backing off. Because these guys are coming up to Tom Johnson, who is ahead of them in the amateur standings. Does Adam want to get involved in this? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. Does he want to risk a biscuit? I don't think he wants to risk a biscuit. By the way, your minutely update on the conga line. There's pictures of the conga line, colorized photos of the conga line of IPR Mano T Racing Circuit 2020 going past the lapped car. This has literally been this. They've not passed each other. It's literally been this for the last 20 minutes.
It's been this for like the last 20 minutes. The only overtake we saw was McNinch taking the lead from Matsuke, and that's it. So if there's going to be a victory, it's going to be a victory probably due to the pit or due to some really late last-minute heroics. And I can't wait because that will be something to watch. McNinch, Matsuke, Technow, Meyer, Stump, all there in a line. Tom Johnson, by the way, had pitted.
Tom Johnson in the pits, as has Taylor Lane and Stefan Kurzman, as this battle for, I think that is P3.
Tom Johnson missed his pit box. He overshot his pit box a little bit, had to reverse. Only a small issue there.
This is getting quite close, by the way, with the cars in 8th and 9th, Ben Smith and Andrew Miller. They're getting very close, and you can see just how aggressive. Like, you can see how much further he closes the distance. He had to back off the brakes just a little bit, and then just put them back on again. But he's definitely making full use of those brakes compared to Ben Smith. He's more gradual with his braking. The pitch of the car is much more neutered on the car 22.
Yeah, in this middle of sim racing of Andrew Miller, his teammate Neil Butler is trying to win the championship. So I'm not, it's more of a case of if Andrew Miller can get by Ben Smith, that's a position that points that Ben Smith is going to lose. That in theory would help Neil Butler, but of course having those optionals has not helped for him, and that is going to play havoc on his race. But whatever Andrew can do, just the little things, I think that's what he's hoping for.
Yeah, I think given the current context of, well, top speed and lap times, Neil Butler's last lap is 147.162. The last lap for Andrew Miller was a 146.069. If Harry Wills is able to catch up, he caught the rear end of Miller by half a second. Can we get a forward date? I'll give you a forward update. Yeah, I got. Let me just finish. If Harry Wills continues his pace, he will catch up to the rear end of Andrew Miller in 2 laps and be within slipstream range. And if he can do that, he will be able to push the 2 cars of Ben Smith and Miller backwards, and that might give some reprieve to Neil Butler.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Ford update. He's still P4.
Yeah, the Ford's being a Ford, it's bouncing. Like look at it. Look at it bounce.
Going through the bus stop is scary. It's the only time I've seen this thing bounce. It is the bus stop. It's not having a bad time through turn 1, but then again, I'm still hypnotized. Not mesmerized. I'm hypnotized by these Manatees and the Impulse Racing, who are just look at them. It is a conga line. It's synchronized. They've all taken the exact same line around turn 1. It's hypnotizing.
By the way, I would like to point out that Valhalla agrees with me and calling the Ford GT3 the trampoline, because he called it a trampoline with a 5.2 litre supercharged V8.
Oh, Jonas Dreyer, Adam Christo, and Andrew Miller in the pit, as is Harry Wills. Ben Smith not in the pit. He's going around one more time. That could help him. If he gets a good lap, that could help him. But Jonas Dreyer, Adam Christo, Andrew Miller, Harry Wills, Martin Pearson, all in the pits. Marius Yankee is not in the pits. He's going on. Sebastian Ryan in the pits. Harry Wills, we've already got on about. He's in the pits as well. A lot of cars taking the chance for the pits at the moment. They're the crucial spots in the amateurs outside of the top 3. And like I said, Ben Smith has not pitted. He's going to try and do all he can to try and extend his lead on Andrew Miller. And at the same time, could he get past Adam Christo? If he could bookmark Adam Christo between him and Andrew Miller, that would help him. That would help him win the championship, if anything. So we'll wait to see, because there's 35 minutes left on the clock. He has to pit. Well, I think he's got a couple laps or window to pit, I think. But he has to pit soon.
Adam Christo is in ninth position. Jonas Dreyer gets ahead. Oh, no, hang on. What's going on? Oh, no, sorry. Somebody had gone around. Ben Smith had gone around. So he'll be losing his position once he gets himself into the pits. Take his fuel load to the end of the race. Currently, where
Smith pitting, by the way. Smith pitting. He's got to get this braking right. He's got to get this stopping right. Hard on the brakes. Hits the limiter. Gets it. He went under the speed he needed to, but he's done that to be safe. We keep an eye on this. Now, the key question is, can he come out in front of Andrew Miller? Then, as a Brucey bonus, can he come out in front of Adam Christo? That is what we've got to keep an eye on right here. Jonas Dreyer will probably be the first car he sees. Doesn't matter. He's not in a fight with Jonas Dreyer right now. He's in a fight with Adam Christo and Andrew Miller, who are quite a way back. But, of course, they need a lot of fuel right now. Jonas Dreyer is 7 seconds away from Ben Smith. Then behind Jonas Dreyer is 13 seconds behind him is Adam Christo and Andrew Miller. Keep an eye on Ben Smith, still in the pits. He's going now. Adam Christo is 7 seconds away from him. Jonas Dreyer is 7 seconds in front. That gives you an idea of the gap. What will he do? He comes out the pits. He's going full speed right now. 2 seconds, the gap between him and Christo. 2 seconds. He comes around the inside of turn 1. He's done a bit of a slide. Still 2 seconds. He pulls out. It's 2 seconds. It stays 2 seconds. He is 2 seconds of Adam Christo. More importantly, 3.5 seconds in front of Andrew Miller. That is the crucial battle here. He hasn't put anybody else in, any amateurs between them, but he's put a pro in front of them. And the top 3 three of the top 4 bar Linus and Malt Stump and Linus Tech now not pitting, but McNinch, Matske, Meyer all in the pits now.
I'm just noticing that there's some damage on Adam Christo's car.
He says he's hit the sausage.
Oh dear.
I think he hit the sausage coming out the pits.
Did he hit the sausage coming out of the pits?
Yeah.
Harry Wills, big crash. Harry Wills, big crash. Where? Where is Harry Wills?
What's happening to Harry Wills? Oh, he's gone off. He's gone off at turn 1. He's had a spin at turn 1. It's not a crash. He's not collected anything. He just hit the bump and the car just went sideways and he lost it. He avoids the car as well, but he is now sitting quite far back with Marius Yankee there. But if Adam Christo has top speed damage from hitting that sausage, that could help Andrew Miller. And I've got the voice chat on, and Adam Christo is asking for a tow. Quote: "I gave you a tow for the last few laps. Could you give me a tow?"
How about it? Help a brother out.
Yeah, help a man out. But so Linus Tech now, he's got Stefan Kurtzman in front of him, getting a tow from Stefan Kurtzman, a lapped car, who now pulls up to one side. Mount Stump behind. Do they pit this time? And has that lap car helped or hindered Tech now? He's definitely coming into the pits this time. What about Stump? He comes into the pits as well. They're going to avoid each other just in time. Good work there. Now this is what I was talking about since the start of the race. The McLaren's fuel consumption. Will this help him? We will wait and see. Tech now is getting in his box now. Where is Liam McNinch? Liam McNinch is coming out the bus stop. That is a good 20 to 30 seconds. What can he do? He's at the front of the queue, Linus, so he doesn't have a long time to go. He can literally get out that box without the pit limiter on almost, because he'll be going straight the right speed right away. Got to keep an eye on this. I'm not sure, he should be taking less fuel. Where's McNinch? McNinch is coming up to the tri-oval, coming up to the start-finish line right now. Tech now leaving the pit. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 2.5 seconds. Stump comes out behind him at 2.5 seconds. Tech now might have this. Tech now might have gone away. 2.5 seconds. Almost 3 seconds. Tech now takes the lead. Tech now takes the lead, followed by McNinch, followed by Matsuke, followed by Stump. Meyer is 3 seconds behind them. I think he's had an issue. But Tech now takes the lead of the race. That is all we need to know right now.
And he's flashing his lights. He wants everybody to get out of his way immediatement, so he can run away and get these of the Manatee cars away from him. He does not want anything to do with them. He did not want to RSVP to their birthday party. He didn't even want a cake. He just wants to win. And he's going to have to essentially keep a gap of greater than 2 seconds to be able to achieve that. The current gap is 2.6, as near as no difference, 2.6 seconds. And he will have a lot of time between now and the end of the race. It's just gone by. 30 minutes left on the clock.
30 minutes left. This is longer than an ILMS race, longer than it's double the length of an IMSA race. So this is the longest they've probably gone around here since they've done the 24 hours of Daytona if they raced it. Linus Tech now has to hope that there is no slipstreaming or bump drafting as it is, you know, that sort of way that it would be with the cup cars around here, the oval cars. He has to hope he can hold on to this. Just hold on to this lead. Now, I don't think he'll be able to win the championship overall in this position, but if he gets more points than McNinch, he will definitely have that P2. At the least, he will have that P2. He needs to hold on to this right now. Tech now, McNinch, Matsuke. The gap between McNinch and Matsuke is about half a second right now. But that key number, 2.3, the gap between Tech now and McNinch. Can't give you an idea of fuel laps, but the outlap for McNinch was a 2:21. And for McNinch, his outlap was a 2:23. 2 seconds less in the pits for Tech now, and that's all the difference.
Just noticing, by the way, that Tom Johnson is about to overtake Andrew Miller coming into the first turn. Oh, just squeezing by. Oh, Andrew Miller's not going to give any space. I think Hasher has hit on the nail on the head. Why is a 5.2 liter supercharged V8 only making 550 horsepower? They detuned it in iRacing speak. They detuned it to meet the GT3 spec. You can tell how well that went.
Well, there are 7 cars between Ben Smith and Neil Butler. Neil Butler did get that damage buffed out, but he's still doing 147s. That is a set. He is now 17 seconds behind the next car, Stefan Kurtzman. That is how much damage he's got. It's that aero damage. It doesn't look a lot on that front, but it is costing him so much time on the straights.
We got a three-way battle in the amateurs. 12th, 13th, and 14th overall is Marius Yankee. Harry Wills and Taylor Lane are fighting in a 3-way duel to get into, I think that is 6th overall, or 6th in the amateur series. Harry Wills pulls out to the outside to overtake Marius Yank. See if he can get a piece of the slot. Oh, he's overcooked it. Oh, he's definitely overcooked it.
What a save! What a save!
Well, he almost took the. I think he was about to take the old style pits. Oh, he's got a cone. Oh, he lost the cone.
That could have gone worse. But the guys in front though going side by side, Taylor Lane and Marius Yankee. Lane will take that position with no issues. Just easily takes it, but will Yankee respond? Sits in the back, decides, I'm okay here, I'm just going to wait. So
I'm not in danger.
I'm just a manatee McLaren. I'm a rare species. I'm not in danger.
I would like to point out that Joshua Mayer, it's no longer a sandwich. Oh no, yeah, it's no longer a sandwich. It's now a snake. If we look at it, it's a snake of Linus Techno and IPR, and then McNinch, Mascate, Stumpf, and Mayer in Manatee Racing.
Rob, Technow's last lap was a 1:45.296. It was a 1:45.115 for McNinch. He did gain some time. We'll watch if they cross the line this time. 1:45.296. 1:44.955. McNinch is catching, and he's not doing that with help. He's pulled away from Matsuke. Matsuke's just decided, I've got this wrapped up. Go. Do what you have to do. He has left his brethren of Manatee, and he is on his own right now, trying to catch up to Technow and trying to make a move. This now is the battle for the lead. I think Matsuke may come back later on, but right now McNinch has to do this. He has to catch up to Technow. Realistically, this is for the winner of the race, but overall this could be, if the numbers add up, would be for P2 in the championship.
Yeah.
Oh, Stunt's gone off. Matt Stunt's gone off at the second horseshoe. What has happened is he's hit the inside, hit the grass, and just spun. So he doesn't lose position. Still P4 in the pros. Joshua Mayer's behind him, but Mayer will probably just leave him be. But Stump is now well behind, 4 seconds behind Matsuke in third.
I'm encapsulated by how well that was saved by Mal Stumpf. I mean, he's not going to lose a position because he had enough a gap to his rear to escape that. And I mean, it's just going to be a switch between an amateur and a pro. It's not going to affect his standings whatsoever. But it's also put him out of contention of catching up to Matsuke, the McNinch, and co. Being able to sort of rustle around in their jimmies. And he'll have to be content with essentially having a teammate just give him tips on how he's driving.
Just basically have a guy spot during the race.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of being in the gym.
You got this, bro. Pump it.
Yeah,
that's it. I've got you.
We've got
you. Don't worry.
We have a message from Milan Tikins. Sorry guys for the retirement, but I have to drive this weekend, and I was not fighting for the win, so I'd rather want to go and get some sleep for my real life races this weekend. Have a good one. Have a good luck in your real life races. Hope they go well. Enjoy your weekend, and of course we're very welcome to. You're very welcome, Milan. We appreciate all the support we get.
So, what's happened to Ben Smith? Because he's now behind Adam Christo.
He's dropped down a few places. Oh no, he didn't drop down a few places.
Something has happened for him to not be.
Oh no! 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 It happened again! It happened again! No! It happened again!
No! Oh wait!
Oh, he's back! Please! 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 Please!
He's there! What? What? He's just blinked in front of Andrew.
Are you just
Ben?
what? Ben? Ben? Ben?
Ben knows there's an issue. Ben's there, and he's not there. Oh my God! He's just come out right in front of Andrew Miller, and then he just disappears.
Oh God! Please don't be stuck in him. I'm gonna get the close up for this one. I'm gonna show you how close this is right now. Essentially, Miller is having to drive blind.
Oh, everyone's having to drive blind. They don't know where Ben Smith is.
I think he's behind him now. He's gone.
And then disappears. What on earth? If he loses the championship due to internet, that would be horrible.
Oh, I just throw out my PC right there and then. I wouldn't be able to. He's gone back 2 positions. He's now behind Tom Johnson.
What is going on?
We've got drama here, ladies and gentlemen. Intrigue drama. Ben Smith is consistently not keeping a good connection. He's losing packets. He's now down in 10th position. Sorry, just get the cameras onto where Tom Johnson is. If we go to the chopper view.
I have never seen a ping that high in my life on iRacing.
Oh, I think he's back.
We think?
Oh.
Rob,
uh-oh.
He had a ping of 2,000.
I've done it again. I said he was back, and then as soon as I said that, he disappeared again. God damn it.
Ben Smith has a ping of 2,000.
He's just he's appearing and disappearing. I'm trying to get the camera focused on him, but he's breaking so much I can't.
They don't know where he is. Tom Johnson is asking, does anybody know where he is? No one knows where he is.
Well, Tom Johnson is now he was the person that was next in line to have to, well, essentially hope that he doesn't get run over by a car that's invisible. Uh-oh. I think Ben's. Uh-oh. No.
He's talking. He's gone.
Oh, no.
Right, we'll keep an eye on that because the last thing we want is the championship decided by a disconnect. That would be... I don't want to talk about it.
No,
that would not be the way to finish. Tech Now had another slow lap, and literally Tech Now and McNinch trade. It is like Valtteri and Lewis on the weekend, where Valtteri sets a faster lap, and then the next lap, Lewis sets a better lap. That is what's happening right now. Tech Now has to respond to what McNinch is doing, and he's doing a good job. The gap is still 2 seconds, but every time McNinch gets faster, Tech Now has to respond. How much does that take it out of a driver? Well, we're only talking 2 tenths, but it's still a lot.
I'm just having a look at what Ben Smith is doing compared to... But I think Ben Smith has finally gotten back.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Keep it going. Let's not jinx him. He's now in P11. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still in the championship. Still in the championship spot. From what I can see. We'll need to check that. Andrew Miller, though, can he catch this? And I don't think he's got the points to catch Ben Smith. But actually, he does. He's 10. Ooh. Now then, Andrew Miller might have taken the overall lead in the championship.
Ooh. We were talking about that as well. The 3 of them were in contention with each other. Wasn't that correct?
Ben Smith has 28 points to drop. Andrew Miller only has 8 points to drop. Without the drops, there's only 10 points between them. And Andrew Miller is currently sitting P3 in the amateurs, and Ben Smith is sitting P4. P5 even.
Yeah, he's P5. He lost the position to the...
Six even, sorry.
Oh, he's gone back that far.
Yeah.
Where is Butler then? Butler is in 18th. Oh,
The issue we've got here is Ben Smith was in the championship slot there. That's why he was fighting Andrew Miller. But by the looks of it, it might be Andrew Miller with the drive-by. 44 points back from Butler. This was not in the scorecard. This is Kimi Räikkönen. This is Kimi Räikkönen levels, as Harry Wills makes a blinder of a move, defending Marius Yankee, and gets around him at turn 1, and then follows it up with the good defense into the first horseshoe. That's crucial as well. It's going to be hard to work out who's got what in the amateurs. It is crazy right now.
At this stage, all cars have pitted. It is 15 minutes left of racing. 5 minutes left of racing. Well, 16 minutes left of racing. As the cars go by and scream their heads off It is Adam Miles looking to... Sorry, is that... Sorry, that's not Adam Miles. It's Sebastian Rain and Matthias Yank doing a switcheroo. Sebastian Rain looking to overtake Adam Miles. Matthias Yank is...
Sorry. We've got a gaggle here. Pearson, Johnson, Smith, all amateurs. Just a second between them. They were going side by side into turn 1. Goes back into a snake or a conga line. And I think Ben Smith might have a move here on Johnson. Johnson has to go on the defense. Makes that little Ferrari, that cap Ferrari wide as he can. Holds onto the defense. He's going to be losing time to Pearson. But he's holding off Ben Smith. It's a lot to ask, though, for Ben Smith right now. He's 5 seconds behind Andrew Miller. What can he do to catch up with 15 minutes to go? That's going to be a tall order.
Especially given the fact that it's not guaranteed what will happen. It could go either way at this point between Smith and Andrew Miller. Smith needs to keep as many positions close up to Miller as possible. I think he needs to be within a spot or two to win compared to Miller. So he needs to pass Tom Johnson. He needs to make it happen.
What I will say is, like I said, we are guesstimating the championship. We're not going to officially crown anybody, but I'm pretty sure that on our social medias tomorrow, once we know, we will let everybody know. Sorry, Rob, I just made it work for you.
At least having the Friday off, I can at least do it then.
But this battle is getting closer now. Let's need to keep an eye on this battle for the lead, by the way. 2 seconds, still the gap between Technow and McNinch. Technow, well, McNinch today 145.042 and Technow 144.943. So he's doing everything he needs to, and it was that pit stop. He probably could have got the position elsewhere, but it was that pit stop that really won it for him. With that 2 seconds less. Of course, touch wood, there's still 14 minutes left. We're looking at 51 laps in this race, and they are currently on lap 43. That is what we're looking at in terms of times. And the next important question is, has everybody got enough fuel?
Well, I would imagine so. If they had, I wouldn't have been the unfortunate person to be like, yeah, I pitted for fuel. How much did you put in? A liter. That won't get you to the end.
Tom Johnson, Ben Smith going side by side as they hit the oval, and it looks like Johnson might have just held on to that position, but Ben Smith going side by side. Ben Smith's on the high banking. He's going to be losing a little bit of time. He has to go around the long way on the oval, so he will lose that. Johnson holding on. They are side by side as they come down to the backstretch. There is now a car between, well, just almost a car between the two of them. Smith trying to attack. He needs this position, but he's on the outside the bus stop. He'll have to wait. Goes in slow in, fast out. What is the line he gets? It's a really good line, but because he had to slow down, loses time on Johnson. Back in the slipstream he goes, losing more time to Pearson. He's now 2 seconds behind Pearson after a lap ago, was practically right beside him.
I think it's just because of the battle between the two of them. I don't think he's using the best method or the best places to overtake. I think he's trying the outside into turn 1 maneuver. He backs out, but this loses some time because he's battling with somebody, but he's not making the move stick.
No, and I think that's, well, unfortunately, that is the issue at the moment because he can't make the move happen and loses more and more time to Pearson. Another second gap between Pearson and Smith. He really needs to catch up there, but he is just struggling behind Tom Johnson right now. Can he get by? And again, there's nowhere for him to go unless he wants to make a late move. He goes for it!
No!
Oh, he's taking him out!
No! Ben Smith and Tom Johnson just had a massive accident.
And that's it. But he gets the position, but Johnson, well, he's towed. Johnson's towed.
Here's a replay of that. The two of them coming up towards the second horseshoe, going past turn 4. What Oh.
Late move there from Ben. I think he wanted to make the move, tried to sell the dummy, but nowhere for him to go. Absolutely nowhere for him to go. And netcode or no netcode, regardless, that's just, yeah, that's on Smith. That's how much he's pushing. And unfortunately, Johnson was flipped. He had nothing else to do but tow.
Yeah, it's a shame, especially when he's just trying to push the car, and that's the unfortunate side effect of it. I thought Ben Smith was going to lay it into the wall as well, but he didn't manage to keep it out. I wonder if he's got damage or anything. I don't see any on that car, so he might have escaped with Lady Luck on his side, but yeah, it is on his shoulders, that move, because he did definitely, I felt like he overextended himself and he broke too late, and that's how that accident happened.
Yeah, unfortunately that happened. Now we have to remember there might be protests raised after the race. All drivers are allowed to launch a protest for an incident. That could be protested. I'm not saying protest it. I do say it's another wrinkle in the championship, because that something could, something could come down from that. We don't know. We'll wait and see again. If anything happens, we will let you know on our social medias, Raidillon TV on Instagram and Twitter. We will let you know. Meanwhile, at the front, the lap previous, Linus Technow went purple, a 1:44.667. He is now 2.5 seconds ahead of McNinch. McNinch might have to let Matsuke through at this rate. It's just looking like that right now. As Matsuke's going faster, McNinch is unable to meet those times at the moment. Well, as I say that, he does go a little bit faster than Matsuke, but he is struggling.
But they're both slower than Tech now.
Yeah, both slower than Tech now. Last lap, let's look at this. Last lap, Tech now, 1:44.870. McNinch, 1:44.917. Matsuke, 1:44.983. They're slightly slower. They're catching. They're not catching, sorry. They're only matching race pace. They're not catching Tech now. He hasn't checked out yet, but he is nailing everything right now, touch wood. He's got a lap car up ahead, Neil Butler, who, well, he would not know what's happened up in front of him, but he would be contemplating what could happen now. Flash at the lights as Tech now. He knows that Butler knows about it. Butler will take the high side. Tech now thought about getting slipstream, but he knows if he goes for slipstream up there, he's going to lose time going on the high banking, so he decides against it. But Tech now is 2.5 seconds in the lead now. He is in prime position with 8 minutes to go to take the victory of the race.
It is 8 minutes to go here in the RSR World Series. It is Tech now leading with Liam McNinch and Tim Matsuke behind him. For the pros, amateur, it is Joshua Mayer, Jonas Dwyer, and Andrew Miller.
Yeah. Matsuke went purple, by the way, on 1:44.562. So he is catching Tech now, but you also got to think to yourself, does he want to get past McNinch? Because Liam needs every chance he can. But I don't think this matters to Matsuke in terms of points. Gap between the two of them was 21 points. First will get 100 points. Third will get 84. It's not enough. It is not enough when you look at it, especially with the extra 16 points for the drop that Tech now will get. Matsuke only's got 50. Tech now's got 66. It's not going to be enough. So Matsuke, on paper, it looks like will win the championship, even with this P3.
Yeah, just needs to keep it clean until the end, really. That's all he needs to do. If he wants, I'm pretty sure he could try and overtake Liam McNinch just to be safe, but as of right now, trotting up the points, I think it is safe for now.
Well, there was, let's look at it like this. There was 13-point difference between Tech now and McNinch. McNinch had 6 less points of drops to get on Tech now. So that meant when you look at it, the gap would be from 13 down to 7. and Technow's going to gain 10 extra points. So the overall points difference, if I can do maths quickly, is 17 points. That'll be the final between those two. So McNinch cannot stay second if he wants that P2 overall in the championship. He has to overtake Technow. But he's only matching rate pace. A 144.789 and Technow a 144.816. So yeah, okay, 300th of a second. It's not enough. 300th of a second with 6 minutes to go. That's three laps to go.
And there's a 2-second gap, 2.5-second gap.
Yeah,
it's not good enough.
It's not good enough. I don't mean that with malice, of course. It's not going to be enough for him to make a move.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough for him to make a move. He's not going to be able to catch up to the rear end of Technow to even be able to position himself for a move. He'll need to close that gap down to slipstream range and then use the slipstream to make the move. But he's not even able to do that at the moment. He's sort of sitting in the abyss with Tim Maskey just behind him. You know, he'll need to find time somewhere, and quick.
Do you know who is sitting in the abyss? Let's just talk about car number 5, because we haven't, and I feel we ought to. Jonas Dreyer is P2 in the amateurs, P6 overall. He is having one of the weirdest races ever. 24 seconds up the road is Joshua Meyer and the rest of the field. 24 seconds behind him is Adam Christo and the rest of the field.
Yeah, so he's just by himself. Yeah, he's literally by himself. Look at him.
The only car he has seen is when he overtook Chris Miles. I don't even know if he overtook Chris Miles. He's literally on his own.
I think has he seen a car? He can see a car in the rearview mirror in the distance. He doesn't know what it is. I'm pretty sure he knows it's Adam Christo, but apart from that, I don't think he's seen any other car whatsoever. Like, look at it.
How do you not see another car? This is crazy.
Simple. You be Jonas Dreyer, and you just be in the bubble of your own racing, really.
Well, Matsgay has caught up to McNinch. So, what will he do? Will he go for this? The racer says you go for it. Overall, Manatee will win the team championship because Manatee he's flashing the lights now. I don't know if that's just those two having a bit of fun or what.
Pulled over
to one side. Yeah, that's it. Matsgay will take P2. McNinch will take the P. Matsgay will take T2. McNinch will take P3. I'll get my words out. Technow is under threat, really, when you think about it, from Matsgay. Because Matsgay last lap did a 144.262. Technow did a 144.9. Technow's lost a bit of time here. Be interesting to see what happens this lap. But of course, he would have lost some time because I think Neil Butler. But we'll wait and see. Is this going to be a last gasp chance here with 2 seconds? It's a 144.9. It's a 144.971 for Technow. It's a 144.461. It's purple for Matsgay. The gap is 2 seconds. Is this going to be a late charge with 2 laps to go?
Well, I mean, he's got 2 laps to do it. So, I think he has 2 laps to do it. They're on lap 50 right now. Yeah, they would have 2 laps to do it, I think.
Yeah.
But he has.
I got 50 out of 50.8, so it's definitely 2 laps.
Yeah, so it's this lap. The next lap will be the white flag. I'm assuming, anyway.
It will be. It will be the white flag next lap. So we will wait and see. Oh, it's going to be a close one. I got to be honest. It's going to be a close one. I think he might have it. I think Technow might have it. And in fact, he's pulling away from Matsgay. Sebastian Rain.
It's gone off.
Sebastian Rain, he had a spin. Had a spin come out the bus stop.
What happened here? Oh, he touched the grass on the inside. Oh, what? Hang on a minute. That's probably hardware failure. Let's see what is cockpit view. No, that's not hardware failure. He touched the inside, and the car just went nope. That's brought him down a few places.
So Matsgate is now coming up to the tri-oval. He will steer the big podium with the green light. Should be a white flag waving, but Barney is on strike for some reason. 144.805, 144.7, 144.508. McNinch is now fighting Matsgate, but Tech now is extending that lead just by a little bit. Just by a little bit. But it's enough. And he's had a bad first corner, though. Bad first corner there for Tech now. It will be now 1.9 is the gap. I think he has this. We keep saying that. We'll keep an eye on it. Joshua Mayer goes faster at 44.8. That's his fastest lap of the race. He's got the win for the amateurs basically sealed up right now. We'll wait and see what happens elsewhere.
I'm just looking at Andrew Miller. He's actually coming in towards Adam Christo. Christo, with the damage he has, eating the sausage coming out of the pits when he pitted, is down on speed, but he's still in 7th position, so it's a good result for him to be, I think that is 5th in the pros overall. Even though there's only 8, he's still 5th in pros. But he will be trying to make sure that the amateur stays behind him, doesn't overtake him. As you see, Sebastian Rain in the very damaged Audi just going onto the apron.
He just wants to finish, and Tech now gets a little bit of a slow exit at the bus stop, but he's only going to lose 0.3 of a second. It is going to be Tech now's win. I'm pretty sure that is another podium. It's not back-to-back victories, but for the final time this season, the checkered flag falls, and it's Linus Tech now taking the victory in the 19 minutes of Daytona, and behind him will be provisionally the grand champion of the pros, Tim Matsgate, who finishes 2nd in the race, with Liam McNinch coming home in 3rd.
Well, we have this. Josh Mayer won amateur class. Ford wins amateur class. The only Ford on the grid.
Just for the race. Just for the race. Not overall. We will still wait to see. Mayo wins the amateurs. Jonas Dreyer coming around NASCAR 4 right now. He will take P2 in the amateurs. And we got to wait half a second for the rest. And Jonas knows it. He's done nothing all race but drive. And now he gets a bit of time to celebrate.
Yeah.
He will take P2.
Flashing the lights. He did very well to... It was essentially the very quiet one. Did nothing. Just kept his cool. Kept it in. And just did his best. With the situations that were at hand. But he wasn't even involved in anything. As we see Andrew Miller catching up to the rear end of the car number 70 going on the outside. Won't cross the line though in front of him. So Andrew Miller coming home in 3rd. That is Martin Pearson.
Who's that?
That was Martin.
Just going.
Yeah. That was Martin Pearson. Harry Wills crossing the line in 6th position in the amateurs, and the rest are starting to file in now.
And it looks like is that a formation for the... No, it's not formation. It's just them having some fun. But like I said, we do not know the overall results of the amateurs because of everything that's happened. We will try and update you with that, but I'm 90% sure we can say that Tim Matsgate is your Racing Sim Rigs Pro Champion, with Linus Tech now in 2nd and Liam McNinch in 3rd. We will check that.
Yeah.
We will check that. And we will update everybody when it when we know.
But to go over the race results, as is for Daytona, the final race of the RSR World Series for Season 1, it is Linus Tech now in P1, Tim Matsgate 2nd, Liam McNinch 3rd, Mulch Stump 4th, Josh Mayer P1 for the amateurs, Jonas Dreyer in 2nd, then Adam Christo coming home in 5th for the professionals, Andrew Miller in 4th position for the AM class.
No,
Martin
3rd
Pearson.
for the amateurs.
It is 3rd for the amateurs. You're correct. Martin Pearson in 4th. Ben Smith in 5th for the amateurs. And then we get into Harry Wills, 6th in position for the amateurs. Matthias Jank in 7th for the amateurs. Stefan Kurzman in 9th for the amateurs. Adam Miles is in... I'll keep going with just the numbers that are on the screen. 14th overall for Adam Miles and 15th overall for Taylor Lane, who was the last person to finish on the lead lap. And I think that's the Ford trying to... Oh! Hang on a minute. I need to see what on earth just happened there. Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh my God! Who was that? That was Adam Christo? What? He's going on the wrong.
On the racing line.
Going on the wrong side of the road. Oh! What? What? He just went.
Oh my word!
Oh! He landed on the wheels. He landed on the wheels. Hang on. I need to do this right. This is Mercedes Airlines here. About to take off. Now, get yourself strapped in. That looked violent in the cockpit.
They're all dead, Dave.
They're all dead, Dave. Anyways, let's go ahead and finish counting off the rest of the results.
Where did we get to? Neil Butler?
We got to Taylor Lane.
We got to Taylor Lane, who was in 15th. Sebastian Rain in 16th. Neil Butler, 17th. All these guys are a lap down, by the way. Chris Miles, 18th. Simon Dodd, 19th. Tom Johnson finished 7 laps down in 20th. Josh Seymour parked the car 21 laps down. He's still smoking. Did he come back out?
I'm not sure.
Basically, he parked the car and the car just caught fire. Mark Bailey, 22nd. 24 laps down. 28 laps down is Jack Kills in 23rd. 29 laps down in 24th is Matt Heatrick. Milan Tekin parked the car in 37 laps down in 25th. Louis Eggleston, 42 laps down in 26th. 48 laps down is Christian Furst in 27th. Isaac Barkley, 49 laps down in 28th. Sorry.
Now, I need to go deal with something. How about you go ahead and interview Linus Techno and see what he is all about.
All right. So, the overall winner of the race in the McLaren, Linus Techno. Congratulations, and I have to say, that was a fuel battle, wasn't it? Because I think you won that with the fuel strategy. You did 2 seconds less in the pit stops than Liam McNinch, if I recall.
Yeah, I don't think I gained that much. I overfueled a lap. I thought I would gain a lot more. But yeah, was definitely a fuel race because, I mean, you could see in qualifying we were all at the same pace pretty much. And
yeah, no,
so,
we were watching it.
Yeah, before the pit stop everyone was just driving like half a second to a second off pace at the front to save fuel. And yeah, then once the pit stop starts, everyone goes full pace again. And yeah, I came out with a 2.5 second gap. And I mean, it's 1.5 seconds in the end. So yeah, it was definitely all about the fuel saving.
And of course, in that situation, you're not thinking. Were you thinking of trying to take the lead, or did you decide, I'll just hold off, I'll just stay where I am? Because you were sitting, I think you were sitting P3, you had Joshua Meyer behind you, who was obviously not going to overtake you because it's a pro and an amateur, and then Malt Stump, and I'm guessing you just decided there was no point to do anything silly, am I right?
Yeah, at tracks like this, it was the same at Le Mans. I never go to the lead. I mean, I got pole position, then I do the first 2 laps flat out. So anyone that's behind that can't keep the draft when I'm flat out drops off. And then I start lifting in the lead, and if someone overtakes me, they overtake, and I start saving behind them. But yeah.
I mean, we've had a few races this season. We'll gloss over Bathurst last week because it wasn't a good first race, of course. Would this probably be your best win of the season? Because you've had Watkins that was taken away. You had a couple of reverse grid races, but in terms of full length, of course, winning the 90 minutes is a big deal, being double points. Would you call that your best win of the season?
Yeah, it definitely was, because yeah, Le Mans was. I mean, I won Le Mans, but it was a bit, yeah, unlucky for Tim there because he got the damage from the car with the pedal failure. So yeah, this one. I mean, it wasn't. You wouldn't call it on pace here, but yeah, I won this one completely fair and square without anyone interfering or any luck involved, anything like that.
That's most important, really, is it was done with on everyone's terms, doing the right thing, which I thought was fantastic. So it's great to see you, and it's definitely a top 3 in the championship. I think it's second. We've got to check that provisionally. So, I mean, the question is, season 2 is in the pipelines. Will you be back, and will we see the McLaren back if it's the GT3?
I mean, if I'm back, it's definitely McLaren. Kind of depends on my schedule because I have quite a few other leagues. I have a league that's starting next week on Wednesday by German Sim Racing and Glowing This Motorsport, and I have a German Sim Racing league in like 3 weeks that's starting Thursday, and I have Sports Car Open. So, I will see if I can fit another league in.
You're a very, very busy man. I don't know how you get all the time to do so. How do you find the time to practice in so many different races? Obviously, the tracks are the same, but it's just getting to grips with the cars really for each race. How do you find the time?
I mean, yeah, I'm quite, or at this point I'm fairly long on iRacing, like 3 years, something around that, and I think I have well over 2,000 hours of iRacing, and it's all, pretty much all road, and it's mostly on the popular tracks, obviously. So once I know the car and how to drive it, it's not that difficult to get up to pace for a track. So that definitely helps. You're doing many league races.
Well, I will say I don't think Rob's got anything to say because I think he's still gone. I got to say it's been fantastic seeing you race. It's been fantastic broadcasting you. Congratulations on the podium, well, on the victory tonight, and congratulations for what I believe will be the P2 in the championship. It's been great to see you, especially somebody beating the manatees. All playfully, of course, because you were in a sandwich of manatees at one stage of that race. But it was fantastic to see another great drive from you, including you had the fastest lap for all of 2 laps until Tim took it away. But congratulations on the win, congratulations on the championship, and I look forward to seeing and hearing from you down the road, whenever it is. So congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Thanks
Congratulations.
for broadcasting.
Congratulations, Techno. Well done. Sorry, I just came back from having to do my business. And,
good timing.
anyways.
But I think that's it. I don't really know what else to say.
Well, you have to say your driver of the day.
Oh, my driver of the day. That's a good point. I'm not entirely sure. I think this is going to be a controversial one because we didn't talk about him, Jonas Dreyer. So let's be honest.
I'd agree.
He didn't put a foot wrong. He was in his own race. What more can you ask from a guy? He started 6th. He finished 6th overall in the race. He got a P2 in the amateurs by basically doing nothing, which is a good thing. He didn't need anything. It was not a fantastic drive. It was a drive. Something so simple just turned out to be a great P2 for him. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, it was very uneventful, and that's what you kind of want when you just want to be able to put in nice, consistent laps and just get out and just get a good result.
Exactly. I mean, I don't really know what else to say, but
yeah, I'd agree with that. Driver of the day for the final race of the Racing Sim Rig Series will be Jonas Dreyer. But that does bring us to the end of the stream. Does bring us to the end of the first season of the Racing Sim Rigs. I'd like to take this opportunity to personally thank Ari Wills for setting it up and for running us along to do the broadcasting. It's been absolutely wonderful. And we hope you guys have enjoyed the casting as much as we've done doing it. And we hope to see you guys again for season 2.
But before then, what else do I have to say?
Well, you have to shut us out, don't you?
I have to say it's out. Rob's already said the thank you, so I don't really need to say thank you. But if you have enjoyed us, and thank you very much for that host earlier in the night by Mr. Ghostman, Travis. If you have enjoyed us, hit the follow button on Twitch, the subscribe button on YouTube, hit the like button on YouTube for the algorithms and stuff. If you have enjoyed us, a link to our Discord is provided underneath the videos, as well as a link to TrackCams22, who gave these fantastic cameras, including this one you're seeing right now of Jonas Dreyer just going around and now parking in the car. If you have enjoyed us and want to see more, we will be back Friday night, ILMS at Road Atlanta. It's the farewell to the HPD and just the sort of farewell to the BMW. If you want some endurance racing, we will be back on Saturday for the 12 hours of Le Mans for the ERO Championship, and then Sunday we say goodbye to Season 3 as we see the Fanatec GT1 series as they go to Sebring. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll leave you in the hands of Rob to take you away.
It had to have been me pulling up Windows search menu.
I didn't want to say anything.
What did I search? I searched for a plus.
I don't know what you searched for.
I'll have a look at the footage. I'll Google it. Anyways, up until next Saturday and next Friday, so this Friday and this Saturday, we will be at Road Atlanta for the ILMS series and 12 hours of Le Mans on Saturday, for 12 hours of non-stop shenanigans. We hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked the stream, like, comment, and subscribe. Give us all that good stuff. We appreciate every single bit of it. Until then, though, do take care, guys. Stay safe and enjoy yourselves.